Hi everybody, it's Marcus here, and in today's video I'm going to describe for you on this piece of paper what I believe trading and investing really represents. It's a kind of a unique way of looking at it. So this is going to be very important, especially if you are a beginner to this, a total beginner. But even if you aren't, it's going to give you a new perspective on things, I am sure. I actually thought about this in the shower this morning, so I don't know why that's relevant. But please do make sure you hit the subscribe button now in order to make sure you don't miss out on these kind of tips and tricks and techniques that I'm going to be sharing with you over the next few weeks to come. So make sure you do hit that subscribe button now. So coming back to the video, this is what I thought. Let's say, I don't know whether you can see this pad of paper, I hope you can. But just, I want you to imagine that, you know, in one day you would have, let's say you have, I don't know, 5, 6 or 7 hours where a stock goes up 10%, okay, and then comes down again, and then goes up again 10%, comes down again 10%. It does it all day long. Okay, so this is 1 hour maybe, so it's already done it once, twice, and then it does it again and again and again and again, and it keeps doing it 10%. At what stage, when you see it, considering you only make 1% in the bank account a year, if you saw something go up 10% down, 10% down, 10% down, 10% down, 10%, and it kept doing it again and again, at what stage would you just say, I think I'm gonna go in, and I'm gonna go in as close to the bottom as I can, and then I'm gonna get out at the top as close as I can, and I might not always do it 100% correctly, but I'm gonna try and do it as many cans and try and gather as many of those moves as I can. How many of you would do that? If you just saw it going up, down, all day long, would you at some stage go, okay, this is ridiculous, I'm going to get in? And the answer probably is you would, right? You would at some stage go, well, this, of course I'm going to do that. So here's what I'm going to ask you to think about. I'm going to draw a line at the bottom here. Let me do it in a different pen maybe. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say to you, look, I want you to imagine that this timeline here, like this, might be more, let's say, 1 year. Okay, and it's not going to be exactly perfect going sideways. What it's going to be, it's going to look a little bit more messy. Okay, so sometimes it's going to go up a little bit more, and sometimes it's going to stay there, and then sometimes it's going to go down a little bit more, right? And then sometimes it's going to go up a little bit more, and sometimes it's going to stay in the middle a little bit. Can you see that? And then sometimes it's going to go down a lot, and sometimes and then it's going to go sideways again, and it's a bit of a mess. But it's 1 year. But in essence, though, it does kind of stay in that range, sometimes going a little bit lower, sometimes a little bit higher, and sometimes it just goes a little bit sideways. But actually, it kind of goes in a range over that year, and it might make these moves not like, you know, several times, or, you know, as it says, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Maybe it only does it 3 or 4 times a year. And the difference between the two is on the first one, because you saw it in such a short period of time, you were pretty sure that it was going to do it again. But on this example, with it being 1 year, because it is so elongated, it gives you time to think too much and have emotions when it goes down. And therefore, you maybe get scared about going in. But it's actually exactly the same thing. Instead of it being in 1 day, though, it's over a year. And so therefore, knowing that, would you get in? And the answer probably is yes. And you wish it would go a lot faster and have this volatility. Well, there are stocks that do this. There are certainly cryptocurrencies that do this. And as part of your crypto club, we show you who they are. And that, you know, absolutely incredible. That's what we do. Okay, but the only difference is the emotions, the fear that starts kicking in because it's a longer period of time. So get started. This is a message for all beginners. This is the concept that we are basically looking at. So I hope that really helped you kind of gauge in your mind what is, you know, kind of the movement of the stock market, or can be, depending on the stock at least, or you could buy an entire sector or an industry or an entire market, or a stock or a cryptocurrency. There's lots of things out there for you. But I hope that kind of made you think a little bit. If it did, make sure you do comment below. What were you thinking? Were you thinking before, oh, I never thought of it this way, or was it useful? Let me know. Let me have some feedback. And also, make sure you do hit that subscribe button. So important for you, so that you don't miss out on all the videos that I'm going to be making over the next few weeks with lots of tips and tricks and techniques and content for you to profit from. And if you did like that and you did get anything out of it, make sure you hit that like button as well. So I wish you all the success, and remember, always invest with passion and profit.